Okay, so welcome to the Unit 5 exam review. So, our first question, which of the following statements about correlation and causation is true? So there's four options here. We got causation implies correlation, correlation implies causation, correlation and causation are always unrelated, and correlation cannot occur without causation. So, let's just kind of work through them. So, remember, we talked about the definitions of correlation and causation. Now, if we look at, for example, correlation implies causation. If you remember back to maybe the sunscreen or the sunburn, or it being really hot, and then there's a lot of sunburns, and ice cream sales are going up. If you remember that example, um, the things that were correlated were the uh, ice cream sales and the sunburn number of sunburns going up. Now, those two things going up or going down, uh, if correlation implies causation, that means those two things make it so that the temperature goes up. But does that make a lot of sense? Not quite. Correlation and causation are always unrelated. Well, those two they're very related things. And there's in one way, shape, or form they're going to be related to each other, so they're definitely not unrelated. Correlation cannot occur without causation. Generally speaking, yes, that is true. There needs to be uh, some sort of cause, and then there can be some sort of correlation there. However, uh, the most so the most true statement though is causation implies correlation, because correlation is like there's a relationship between the two things barely, and then if there's a causation, that means no, there is really a relationship between these two things. This one down here means okay, so they're related, but then because they're related, that must mean there's this cause to it, and that's not always the case. But what is always the case is okay, causation. If you've got something causing another thing, like it being hot, causing ice cream sales to go up, then that implies that they're also related to each other. So that's the answer we should go with.